Today on the show, we're going to identify past traumas that might be leading you to make decisions that are really hurting your success on your weight loss journey. Hi, I'm Brooke Lyons. A few years ago, I lost 50 pounds and finally got my life back. I've uncovered the tools that allowed me to keep the weight off and help hundreds of my clients also lead a healthy and vibrant life. Losing weight is only the beginning, and being happy and healthy is so much more than just a number on the scale. So join me as we discover how to thrive beyond weight loss. Thank you for joining us on Thrive Beyond Weight Loss. I'm Dr. Brooke.
And I'm Bri.
Thank you for joining me again.
Yes, I'm happy to be here.
We love this moment because we are so busy at the office every day that we are just in patient mode all day long. But this kind of gives us a time to reflect on all the good things we get to do every day.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Fun.
I think we're going to bring you some of the wins again today, but one of our producers, Tony, was telling us a story, and it's such a great way to lead into the topic of the day.
Yes.
And emotional intelligence, you've probably heard that before, and you're like, what does that have to do with my wellness and weight, Dr. Brooke? Well, because his example was like if you had a sheet of cookies and you were making cookies, and everybody loves cookies. A little Body Bella tip is make them this big instead of this big, right? Because then you can have like two and you still have half a cookie from before.
Yes.
But we throw, we like to add value.
Little tip.
A little tip here and there. But if you had this tray of cookies that you were cooking and the buzzer goes off and you go and take them out without, mitts on, you're going to get burnt. Well, emotional intelligence is, next time I'm going to put the mittens on. I just forgot, right? But the trauma response that we very often do is a knee-jerk reaction, right?
Yeah, like I'm never having cookies again.
Never having cookies again. Cookies are awful. Or you throw the pan and then not only do you have a burnt hand, but you got cookies to clean up. And God forbid if they have chocolate chips in them, you're going to be scraping that out of your tiles. So we have these responses to things that we don't even realize are leading us towards what we want more of or to what we don't want more of. And that's the key. Like, it's not a miracle that people start a program and then they start losing weight and they feel better because they know what they're doing every day.
Right.
It's when we forget that stuff matters. Like you would never, if you have children, you would never not drop them off for school. You just do that because that's what you have to do. If you don't, you're calling in to let them know that they're not dead and they're okay. We're just late or they're not coming in, we're going somewhere else. But if you don't have a plan, you have chaos.
Well, and I think it's becoming aware of those traumas that can help us, be more successful in whatever we're focused on as well. And
so what are your reactions, you mean?
Yes.
Yes.
Because if you're not aware, you're just going to continue to go through the same motions every single day. And these are things that I can really relate to right now with raising children is to help them through these times now so they have an easier time to process as they're adults. So these are things that we try to teach every day in our household, every day.
It's ours are in their 20s now. Thank goodness we tried because I'm like, I think we went through this before.
You can only do your best.
They will learn their own lessons at their own timing too. So just be briefed for that. Like that's coming.
Right. But I think that's what we really help and you do with this program. What I think sets us apart with your program is just, I think a lot of people may have tried to change and implement different eating habits in the past and it's failed for them. But I really think that having your support and your knowledge of these things really helps them become successful and continue to be successful after they're with us.
Well, and it's something that I didn't know about the weight loss industry before I needed to lose weight. And then somebody like basically stole $6,000 from me.
Right.
And they didn't teach me anything. And that's I didn't lose a single pound. And so that kind of serves me now because I'm like, I have been through that. I don't want you to go through that. And this is what I needed that I didn't get from them, that it's not rocket science, but I need a checklist. I need to know that I'm doing the right things. Because I remember going, I already eat this food. Like, where's the magic
going
here?
On here?
And they're like, just follow the program. Well, I did and didn't lose any weight. No. So
I think you've told me some of your aha moments during your weight loss phase and wellness changing. Something that your husband, Dan, said about chili.
Oh, my chili story. Yeah, so I was my kids, one of the favorite meals that I make that they love is my chili. And it's a miracle because I'm not a recipe girl, but I made this thing up myself and it's really good.
It is.
And so thank you. It's kind of what I bring. Like if there's anything going in your life, I bring you chili and we have it often. So anyways, I think I was in maintenance by now and the kids were coming home from college and I was like, eating chili because I was making chili. And we're not just talking a couple spoonfuls, which is actually worse. Put it in a bowl so you can see how much you actually ate. But anyways, I was actually making bowls of it because I already knew that. And I was on my third bowl.
But you didn't even know that you were on.
Until my husband passed me. I don't know what clicked on me for that moment, but my husband passed and I'm like, I'm eating my third bowl of chili. God bless that man, what he goes through with me sometimes.
Yes, all our significant others.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I gave him the, what did you just say?
Yeah.
Like,
how
are
dare
you implying that I'm an emotional eater?
Mm-hmm.
I am not. Oh, I am. Of course I am. We all are. We all
Yes.
stuff our face with food when something's going wrong.
100%.
Or when everything is awesome and we're with our family and eating the things that are
Traditions.
Jell-O in fruit is my family's favorite.
Yeah.
Nanaimo bars, like that's not health, but I'm eating them anyways, right? So that's why it has to be sustainable. You have to be
Yes.
able to live your life and go to the parties and not being like, I don't eat your food.
No.
Don't be a snob. You don't have to do that. You can just like find your way. But anyway, back to the story. So I give him the I'm going to kill you look. And he's like, what? You do this when the kids come home. And I'm like you said it
don't.
again? And he just like literally just keeps on walking. And it'll be fun one day to have him on the show because he probably remembers this completely different because that's how it works.
Bring him on.
Yeah, we will. So anyways, I got over myself a little bit and I was like, what are you saying? And he's like, yeah, no, you just get stressed out when the kids are coming home and you eat more chili.
Yeah.
Or whatever's going on. And that was great, actually. If we can be with somebody who could be honest with us. I mean, it hurts for a minute when I was just like, oh my gosh, but back to response, right? If I threw the cookies out, if I divorced my husband because he pointed out the truth, I mean, but it happens. Life is happening around us. Relationships are tough, and he was doing that every day. I probably would. I don't know. But so, I mean, I'm not.
Look inwards.
Look inwards first, man.
It's not easy.
Oh, Lordy. And I feel like I'm doing it. I think some of us are just blessed with a life where we just, that's what we have to do. Like, you and I were talking about this the other day. Like, is there ever a break?
No.
Like, at least it's not last year. Last year was awful. Thank goodness you came on board because you just made everything better. So thank you again. Yeah, she's awesome.
Thank you.
There's nothing that I can give this woman that she's not like, okay. In fact, sometimes I'm like, did you do that? She's like, nope, here it is. I'm like, how did you even have time to do that?
Well, I just want to help you and support you, and that's what I'm here for.
Well, and if we don't have support and the right people in the place, then when you call, even, we have Erica who does your intake calls.
Yes.
And
she's amazing.
Oh my goodness, what a blessing. Because she really understands what we're doing and she absolutely sees the value in that, makes it easy for her to just speak and just be honest and kind. But that was another thing that was at that other company. There was nobody to talk to. They didn't have those things. So we've kind of created a pathway, because if you have burnt hands, I want you to not keep on holding on to the pan. Get the gloves, get a system, get a way that works for you. And it's not on the internet, right? I just love the internet world now that I really do love TikTok. I'm good with it.
Same.
I think that it's a different thing, like it's more easy breezy kind of.
Well, I think too, when you have some type of struggles, you see someone else and you're like, oh my gosh, they're going through something very similar. It helps you relate, not feel alone.
Yep.
And all those
and
things.
then telling their story in a different way. I love that too. But yeah, so follow people. But if you're going to do what a lot of different people are telling you, expect to not succeed.
And I think that can become very overwhelming too, because you're like, okay, he said this and she said that, and like, well, it's different than that. And it's like you don't have a great pathway, and it becomes very overwhelming.
Yep.
And that's kind of can set you up for failure in a way.
We see it all the time.
And then you feel even worse.
Yes. And it's always an emotional hurt. And then digs that hole deeper, and we fill that with foods that make us feel good
Right.
for a minute. And then we have regret and shame and we don't feel good. So then we're crabby, and then we speak out a line like have a voice, girl.
Yeah.
But I'm
all
saying
about
speak out a line like you say something mean that didn't need to be said, or you just never had time to process something and you just knee jerk it and you threw the cookies out.
Yeah.
So, there's just so many things about this that we have been recognizing this for years. And that's why we started the Beyond program. Because if you lose your weight, or if you have, you know that there's no support. And we know that there are some organizations that will support you. You can go in every month and pay them more money. But that's shame-filled, right? You should not be paying more money if you gain weight. It should be somebody going, oh, what's going on there? Because there's always a reason, right?
Yeah.
We had a lady who, for her first 2 months, she was losing gangbusters, and then not. And I'm like, what changed? She's like, nothing. Well, I'm not sleeping well. I go, oh, tell me
That's a
about
big
that. She had kittens. She's a kitten breeder. And so kittens
That's
were
my
born.
dream.
Oh, I know. Oh, and her pictures are so,
I need all the cats.
there's just nothing you can do to a kitty picture. Like, I'm not a cat girl. I'm really not. But the kitty pictures.
No.
Well, your
I have
cat
a
is really
cat.
beautiful,
Yeah,
though.
She's
She's
my baby.
special.
She's
Yeah.
a big girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're amazing.
She's like another human in their family.
She is.
Yeah, she really is. It's good, though, because it's nice to be responsible for something beyond ourselves, because it teaches this is the value of volunteering. It's why I used to pull my kids around.
Yes, brings
They
so much
hated it.
joy.
Do you know, just yesterday, so we were at a YMCA function, and my daughter was talking to the new CEO, who's a woman. And so she was saying, yeah, my parents used to make me go to the this and that. And so Jamie's just like, yeah, service is awesome. But my daughter was bringing back a memory of that I hadn't thought about in years. We made a little carnival for kids who, if you have custody, or you don't have custody, but you have visitation with your child, sometimes it has to be supervised.
Yeah.
And so this woman had created she bought a house, and it was very kind of like there was an office and stuff. You knew it wasn't a house, but there was 2 rooms in it, maybe 3, that were made at like a living room, so that when you visited with your child, because you needed supervision, there was like a little place where the supervisor would sit, but you got to like play on the floor with your kid and play games and listen to music and have just normal time. Because for whatever reason that decision was made, they're trying to protect the child, but they still need their parent.
Right.
And in a good environment, not just in an office where you get 2 minutes together. Who wants that? That doesn't breed like closeness, right?
No.
In whatever form that looks like to them. But anyways, we had made this carnival for these kids, and Tori came, she was like 10 maybe. She comes running over and she's like, Mama, this kid is stealing. And I was like, stealing what? Like, because there's nothing here that
Just
it's all
stealing.
like secondhand books and stuff, just making sure they had stuff. And but the food, this kid was taking the sandwiches that we made and putting them into his pocket. And
Breaks my
honest to
heart.
goodness, you people, you make me cry every time I come on here. This child has been bounced around from foster home to foster home and never knew where they were getting their own meal. This was like a 6 or 5-year-old child. This was not a big kid. This is a tiny little boy. And he has a brother and sister who are younger than him.
Were they not there? And he was.
They were
bringing
there.
them-
They
oh.
were taken away from, there was a drug situation in the family. So overnight they had been taken away from their parents, who they keep trying to reintroduce, which so bless their hearts, I guess. But they had been taken away early that morning, and the foster family was like, there's a carnival, let's go. Because at this place you could also get new clothes and stuff for them.
What a beautiful program.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not there anymore, unfortunately.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a long situation. Long time ago that happened. But anyway, a great idea for you to start, though, right? That's something that's really valuable in the world. But anyway, so this kid he wasn't so I said to my daughter,
He's not stealing.
oh, yeah. Okay, so don't worry. Just serve him up, all of them. If you serve him 50 sandwiches, serve him 50 sandwiches. In fact, let's just tell him here's a bag for the toys you want to bring home. And if he fills it with sandwiches, that's what he's going to do. And she's like, but Mama, I go, no, we'll talk. I promise we will talk about it later. So in the car home, I kind of explained, like, I already knew some of the story because they kind of briefed us as to who was in the place. Because there's some kids you don't really want to put your hand on, but sometimes they come running to you and you know, like you just kind of want to know who's there. So anyways, I kind of told her the story, and she's never had that problem in her life.
Yeah.
She didn't know that was a thing. But what a blessing that she has not seen that. But what also a blessing is to see that somebody else has a system that wasn't working for them, but they're making it work.
Yes.
That freaking 6-year-old was taking sandwiches so his family would have them. Yeah.
That's
Isn't it
very
amazing?
heartbreaking, but beautiful at the
Right?
same time.
But it's also lends to the story of if you're picking things from other people's stories, you might not have siblings you need to feed that you don't know when their next meal is coming. But you have something that you've been easy buttoning.
Right.
Pushing the easy
survival
button.
mode.
Using survival mode is a thing. Survival mode creates cortisol. Cortisol will never let you lose weight because it thinks the bear's coming.
Yeah.
Or that like just me, I don't know, stressed out about driving because somebody gave me the finger.
Right. All about regulating our nervous system.
It really is.
It's so difficult to do.
Yeah, I love that you take those moments to just be like, nope, not you right now.
Yeah.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Just overall helps.
Yeah.
Parenting, every situation. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I won't say the office is always easy either. Sometimes we have some people who are going through some stuff and they like to think it's our fault.
yeah.
And
We're that
sometimes it
punching
is.
bag sometimes
We
for
are.
them, but that's
sometimes, but we own up to our problems. We own up that we're not human, but yeah. So I think today is really a call to action for you. What if you are stealing sandwiches? This little boy, he was doing a great thing. What a kid. I mean, this was years ago too, so I bet he's pretty awesome.
okay. Yeah.
Because he saw something that was a need that nobody else was seeing, and how sad. But also, we can take those sad moments and make them into our power, right?
Perspective, yes.
When that $6,000 was basically stolen from me, and now I will say something to some people who are yo-yo. Like, there's people who've done 7 programs. Like, I don't know where they get the money to do these things. Because it's an investment, right? But this time I'm like, are you going to yo-yo this time? They're like, I don't know. Like, what are you going to tell me? And I'm like, I'm going to tell you how to go to a graduation party with not special food and just like maneuver what's there because you know now what your body, your physiology needs. And they're like, that sounds awesome.
Good, better, best.
Yes, good. We say that a lot. Good, better, best. But if there's something in your life that's not working, you feel powerless. This little boy was in lots of ways powerless. He could not just take over, like taking care of his siblings, which he was already doing, but he's not old enough, right, to have custody over them. But I'm going to swear, you're a grown-ass adult. And we can choose. So what are you choosing? What is leading you down the path of what you want to get? And what is leading you away? If you don't, you know what? Hop on our website, mybodybella.com, and you're going to get one of the lead-ins to one of my programs. It's called The 6 Pillars. It is 6 things in our life: vibrancy, connection, fulfillment, all these things have to be a part of what we're looking at every day. And if your life isn't quite looking like the way you had always dreamt, realize that we all feel that way. Right?
Yes, we have podcasts on each one of those too that you guys can
go watch those. Yeah. Yes, great point. I forgot about those. But the truth is, you have to start looking. And then from looking, you go, oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm allowing that. And it's not that you're allowing it because you're weak. You're allowing it because it used to work.
Yeah.
If it's not working anymore, this is your call to action. Decide what's not working and change that. And, sometimes people are like, how do I not drink milk? Milk is in maintenance, right? We're just trying to take dairy, honestly. I'll just tell you now. We take dairy out because we don't know what's in your dairy at this point. It's very phlegm creating, and we're trying to give your body a relief from all that. But some people are like, what do I use instead? You know what? You don't need to use anything instead. Drink some water, right? But it's mostly the things we put milk on are things that we're not really doing right now. Coffee and stuff, everybody, we still drink our coffees, but we maneuver through those things. So just know that you have not missed your moment, that it's just that you are still gathering some building blocks for that foundation that you are creating. But one day you have to say, it's time to build my house.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you deserve it.
Yeah. Or remodel some rooms, right? We can always do that. You do not need to move. You do not need to change your surroundings. You do not have to pick up and take off. You can be like, I don't like my bathroom the way it is. I would like pink on my walls. Do it before you ask your husband, maybe. No, just kidding. Don't do that. Mind you, my husband kind of likes the pink. But
I have a lot of pink in my house.
Do you? Yeah, I believe that because you really love the pink.
I love pink.
Yeah. And a smart man would know if you are at peace in your home, his life is better.
Yes.
Yes, that works too. Yeah, so cool. Do we want to read one or two testimonials?
Yes, I'd love to.
I love these things because these are real people. We don't tell them what to do. We just say, actually, we don't even talk to them before they do it. We say, hey, welcome. Here's the paperwork.
This one is jeans that were too small are now too big. Feet don't hurt when on them all day and can move better. I'm feeling amazing.
Talk about changing rooms in the house.
Those are lots of wins.
That's kind of an older one because she flipped through to get it. Recently, a lady said she threw all her jeans into the hot wash and then put them in the dryer.
To try to shrink them.
Exactly. Yeah. She's like, I love the way these fit my body. And most of us at this age, we've had stuff for a long time, so she's probably not going to be able to find them. But she's like, it totally worked for now, but yeah, she's still losing weight. But what was beautiful. That? She feels amazing. Do you want to feel amazing? Do you feel amazing today? It's an opportunity that you can say yes to. Yeah. Let's do another.
Yeah. Fit into wedding dresses and looked great. Husband also lost 20 pounds from not having certain foods in the house.
Awesome.
Partnership.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, because if you go down, then who's going to take care of you? And if your partner goes down, who's taking care of them?
Yep.
We got to think about these things because old age is coming for all of us. I hope that's the hope is that we'll last a good long life.
Yeah, and embrace it.
Yeah, but a couple minutes ago too, and just in conversation, all of us here, we're talking about like somebody's father died at a young age, and that changes your perspective because you're like, but what if that's me? I don't want that. I don't want that.
Yep.
So it always helps if we have a problem to say, like, I have high blood pressure, I have diabetes, they're trying to give me cholesterol drugs. Like, when we have something serious happen, we go, oh, wait a minute, I've been asleep at the wheel here a little bit. What do I need to change? And this particular person changed a lot in their life.
Yes.
But here's the truth, they have kids. So our kids need to know that real life is going to happen for them too.
Yeah, we can't shelter them.
We can't. Like, did you have this fantasy that everything's going to be beautiful and perfect one day?
Yeah.
I know.
Yes.
Where do we get that? It is not
Fairy
true.
tales.
There's nothing wrong with you
movies.
because your life is exploding in front of you, like basically every day.
Yeah.
That's dramatic. Maybe not every day, but sometimes it feels like it. But if you don't have that kind of big thing happening, diabetes is coming for all of us.
Oh, yeah. My grandpa passed away at 63 from a heart attack. My dad was only in his 30s. And
oh, Lord.
That was a big wake-up call for him to realize, and now he has lived past his dad. Yeah, he's 66 now, and he's...
Oh, my gosh, that's amazing. And all health, remember, is just a switch. You can turn the switch off. You can turn the switch on. It's usually your food, right? That's why I said, too, when people came in with full-on cancer, I was like, I'm not going to do all the whole program with you, but they were coming in because they just had to lose some weight before they could have a really positive result. And so it always surprises me how all that stuff works, but I'm down. And so, but when you focus on health and food, like, think about this. You would never put Cheetos into your gas tank. That's not what works. But we yet put it into our most valuable tool, our body. This thing, we don't know how it works, but it's a thing that if you, from start to finish, the quality of how this thing feels is the quality of your life.
Right. And the building blocks, I feel like everything is easier if you're feeling better yourself too. And
then we just started an 80-year-old woman who's like my new favorite inspiration. She is so vibrant, and she's like
spunky.
Yes, and she, you know what? At 80, she's like, I just don't feel myself. But she knows because she's been healthy all her life.
Yeah,
and she's a strong personality.
Yeah,
we were talking about her husband, and she's making me laugh so much because I was like, I think I'm just going to say my truth about this. We think we're always going to change somebody, right? It's just not. It's not happening. People decide to change
themselves,
yes. Right? And then they're still trying to change us. Like, my husband and I go through all this all the time because if he speaks gruff voice, which is just his normal voice, I have a trigger because my dad, right? My dad is probably also just using his normal voice, but tender little me, who didn't have like much friends and felt really bad about herself, I thought he was always mad at me, right? So, but he didn't last long enough or want to have these conversations with me to where I
could heal from.
So that is what it is. That's why I wrote The Envelope System, my book. If you want to go check it out on Amazon, a little shameless plug. Because if we don't write these stories to our kids, then they don't know who we were. And if you die too soon, which is my friend Tom, he was dying, he had cancer. I was just realizing his 13-year-old daughter is going to grow up from what she believes already about who she is from when he was even sick. So it all matters, I think is what I'm trying to say. And it all doesn't matter. It's what we put it. It's if you throw those cookies across the hallway because they burnt your hand, that's what it means. Extra cleanup, no cookies. I wasted all that stuff and my time, and I'm burnt. But it's what we do after that, after the hands are burnt, or the cookies are burnt for that matter. Tori left us these cookies when she left for Florida, and I did great on one batch and burnt the other. This is why I don't cook, people. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. So
Okay.
yeah. So thank you for reading those. I think they're so impactful.
They're beautiful. I love reading those. I love hearing from the patients when they come in how proud they are of themselves
right? Yeah. I think when I first started this, like barely anybody says thank you at the end. Like I feel like when I was a chiropractor with babies, people bring me presents all the time, and like they would make something and bring it. Maybe people are scared to bring their muffins and stuff now.
Oh yeah.
But here they don't. And I had a come to Jesus moment with myself. Do I want that? No. Because if they are thanking me, they think I'm the cause.
Yes.
Yes, I offer you my wisdom, my knowledge about the body. If you are off track, I'm like, I never want to say it in a mean way because that makes you feel bad. But some patients take it that way because they are just so hurt, right? So I'll be like, hey, it looks like you're missing breakfast. Like I literally try to say it this way. Looks like you're not eating breakfast. Like that's not what we're going for here. And they'll get really, really like, I don't want to be in trouble every time I come in here. And I'm like, but you got to follow the program because you're not losing your weight. That's kind of my job to be your doctor. It's kind of hard. So there are some people like, I'll be like, do you want suggestions? Now is kind of more what I say.
Right.
Yeah. Most people I think assume that I'm going to tell them what they need to know. But there's just some people who just, I got to ask the questions better. It's always that's what they say. It's practice.
Approach.
Yep. You're always practicing. But yeah, I was going somewhere with that, and I don't remember where. But
People not thanking us necessarily, but it's because it's in their power, and they're the ones
journey.
Doing it.
Why? It's so funny how the ego plays into these things. I remember when the kids were little, we didn't give them sugar for the first 2 years of their life. We just didn't. Well, maybe some grandmas and some adoptive grandmas did. There's longer stories about that. But that was our commitment to make sure their neurological systems would have the best chance of, developing and stuff. And then, I'm having a trouble with my mind today. I didn't even eat sugar this morning. That'll do it every time. But, thanking them. So when they were like maybe 4 or 5, it was really cold out. And I was like, I'm going to make them hot chocolate. Well, they at 4 or 5 never had hot chocolate. They didn't know what it was. And it's so darn sweet compared to what the fruit and everything holistic that we gave them. They both took one sip and they were like, they put it down and they were like, I think one of them probably said something like that because I actually called my husband at work and told his assistant, get Dan on the phone, please. Oh. Because my children didn't want to eat hot chocolate. But I was so butthurt about it. It was my ego. It was like, these are beautiful memories I have. I want to share that with you. That is all the crap that birthday cake. How do we give kids sugar and processed stuff and then more sugar on top of it and then put ice cream sugar on top of that and think it's an awesome celebration? Like we have cake, people. Don't think I don't have cake. But we started doing birthday bananas because of that commitment. They were still turning 1 and 2 and 3 and all the things. So we made a banana and we put candles in the banana and we found out it's the fire. Oh, the fire gets them all excited.
They like the candles.
Right, exactly. So the candles were exciting. But yeah, they were not interested. And Dan's like, honestly, bless my heart, my husband's heart, because he just thinks like I don't yet, still now. And he goes, sorry, you gave them hot chocolate and they didn't like it? And I go, yes, like it's such a good memory for me. And he goes, and I can see him just shaking his head going, like, he can't even imagine that I'm saying what I'm saying. Is what's happening. He goes, so you fed them a whole thing full of sugar and they said no and you're sad.
Yeah, this
is
what you wanted.
I know. And I go, those were the words though. I go, oh oh my God, this is so awesome. He's like, yep,
Yes.
this is awesome. And I'm like, okay. So then I was fine. Oh my Lord. I just tell you the truth because I hope we have a level of crazy in all of us.
Well, it's just emotional.
It is emotional. So just think about that. What foods are we eating? What buttons are we pushing that you don't have to do that with your family? We can do these healthy foods. My son's favorite dessert right now is on program because I made it because I could eat it.
Right.
And he thinks it's delicious. It's apples, but not done in the way I used to do them. I used to pack them full of sugar. So it's just the journey that you're on is really valuable. And we love it when you say thank you, of course, because we work hard. And we work really long hours beyond what the work day is because there's so much to do afterwards. But this has to be your journey because you're the one who's in the car going through the drive-through.
Yes.
You're the one going to a family function saying, hey, I'm going to bring a salad. How many people should it serve? Right? You're the one bringing fruit salad because you know that there'll be plenty of cakes and bars and stuff like that, but maybe nothing that you want to eat for dessert. So there's just so many things that the story of your life are leading you to today. And today we're inviting you to say yes to your health, to your, even your wealth. Money happens when we're not wasting it on things that don't work and then replacing it with something else that doesn't work.
Right.
The power that you have when you do a thing like this just makes me so happy. But the beyond, we keep trying to talk about it. I think this is the third podcast, and Bri's always like, talk more about beyond. It's hard for me to talk about because I need you to get there first.
Yes.
And so, but you have to be able to surround yourself with other people doing the thing you want. We are the sum of the people we hang out with. And we don't necessarily want to give up on all our friends. But sometimes that naturally happens, that friends cycle. But if you can figure out this thing for yourself and have yourself surrounded by people so you can go beyond the weight loss and talk about things that are not weight loss specific, right? Like why do I fill my mouth with food that's usually full of sugar when I feel down? Well, it's because I haven't really looked at why I'm feeling down.
Right. Yes. You got to look inside of us. There's the
little holes. I'm talking about them every day because you're so valuable. You are not here for no reason. I just don't believe that. That's not a canned story that I believe. You are here on purpose. So even if you feel like you don't have that purpose, maybe that's your purpose. To be there for the people who are around you, whether that you feel like that's a good influence or not. Don't have judgment about I just told you the story about not feeding my kids sugar till they were 2. I bet you're watching this going, oh my gosh, did I do that wrong? Should I have done that? Apparently no, because you were not called to do that. But I sure was. If you have youngs, to keep them off the TV for that long too. No social media, no games or nothing too. Just changes how their brain develops, right? And changes their attention span. So there's so many things we can talk about.
Right.
But you're okay just the way you are. There's nothing wrong with you. But if you want to make a change, just decide what that change is and see if we can help you with that.
Yes.
Because we're here.
Steps.
Yes, take some steps. Well, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you.
Always so valuable information. So if you have questions that you want us to answer, if you're like, wait, I want to know more about something that we started talking about, because you know me, I start something, I usually finish it, but sometimes I don't. I don't even know what the things are that we don't. So just reach out to us. We really try to be real with you. So we would really love you to be real with us. All right. Well, we'll see you next time. Follow us for more.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on the Thrive Beyond Weight Loss podcast belong solely to the host and guest speakers and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any associated organizations or health professionals. The content provided is for informational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult a qualified healthcare provider with any questions regarding a medical condition or health objectives.